What's up, guys? Lord Weed is back at it for another video. And before we get started, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share the video with a friend. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So, Deku is going to have the quirk Infinity. And I'm still gonna give him all for one. And Infinity is just a debuff and buff. No, a debuff and enhance quirk, and you can just copy and paste quirks. So yeah, that's me like explaining it in like a rude way when it's way stronger than it seems. So yeah, Deku will be born as usual, and no, Deku will be born as usual, and when he turns 5, he'll get his quirk, and the doctor will be like, "Oh, this is a very strong quirk your son has here, and he has no joint." So Deku will go to school and be like, "Oh, guys, I got a quirk," and Bakugo won't say no. Bakugo won't necessarily do anything about this because he probably thinks his quirk is way weaker than his own. So yeah. So Bakugo wouldn't give actually never mind. Bakugo wouldn't care as much, but he would challenge Deku to fight in the middle of the day. So Deku's eyes would go rainbow, and all the quirks that he has ever seen in his life would just be copied right there. So Deku would be using Almight's quirk, and every quirk he gets is automatically enhanced. So Almight's quirk, it hurts you. It got enhanced to the point where it doesn't break your bones, and it just gives you like sharp feelings of pain, like when you're running too much, then you run more, and then like it starts to hurt. So yeah. So Deku uses All for One and blitzes Bakugo. Deku's still being really frail at this point, would still be going slow enough for Bakugo to be able to see him, but like not be able to like follow him, like not be able to react. So Bakugo would be getting barraged by pretty weak punches, but like pretty strong at the same time. These are pretty weak punches, but like for kid Bakugo, these are pretty hard, like getting punched by an adult. So yeah, Bakugo would be getting punched multiple times. Then Deku would spin kick Bakugo to the ground. The teacher knowing that Bakugo is the strongest kid in the class. That Bakugo is really skilled. He wouldn't stop the fight yet. Let's say there's spars in their school. So Bakugo would launch an explosion at the ground, putting him into the air, spinning around, and this is just pure luck. Let's say Deku was like right where Bakugo was, so he would grab Deku's head and launch an explosion. This would put a little fire on his, a fire on his head, but like he would like burn this fire that's on his head with Endeavor's flames. And since it's enhanced, they're purple, which is able to burn, burn everything. And it's like the same heat of the originator of sunshine in the one form. So yeah, at full power, using full power. So yeah, these flames are extremely hot. But at this point, Deku's flames would not be able to overpower Dabi's flames. So yeah, Deku would. Sorry, I'm pretty itchy. So Deku would burn these flames with his own and launch some flames at Bakugo, with Bakugo feeling the heat and the teacher about to stop the fight, and let's say the teacher has a cancel quirk. So yeah, Bakugo would launch an explosion at the fire, launching him more up out of the reach of the flames, then launch himself to the side. Bakugo would land on his feet, then trip onto his butt. So yeah, let's say a hero with super speed and another hero with and the ability of infinity is to combine quirks or fuse, whichever one you prefer. Yeah, but it will fuse quirks as well. So let's say Deku can use more than one quirk at the same time as well. Deku would use his super speed and make rock gauntlets, throwing a punch at Bakugo. Bakugo would make another explosion, making the rock gauntlets fall apart, and then Deku would jump back. I know I'm making this like a full-fledged fight for 5-year-olds, which sounds like it would be disappointing, but this one I made it pretty fire. So yeah, let's say Bakugo does another explosion into the air, and for some reason just thinks he can charge his explosion into one point. So he does his special ability that he makes up in season 4 or 3. So yeah, he makes this huge beam of explosion, and it hits Deku, with Deku using the avatar state. And if you're wondering why he's using the avatar state, I said there's gonna be a hero with that avatar powers. So yeah, he would copy the avatar state from it. Let's say he's the number 5 hero. So he would make a rock barrier, a water barrier, fire barrier, metal barrier, let's say that. And just every element he can use right now, let's say he makes that a barrier. So, and he would use all for one at 100%, no, at 1,000,000%. And this would give him really sharp pains. And let's say Bakugo's beam goes through all of those barriers, hitting Deku, but since he's at 1,000,000%, it's gonna be a weaker version of full cowling. it would only put a hole in his clothing and scratch Deku. So yeah, Deku would put all the barriers, or the leftover of the barriers that were still standing down, and it would be a tie. Let's just say that, because I don't want to go on with a fight that was like almost most of this what if. So yeah, Deku would get a recommendation, and yeah, let's just say that. So time skip to the end of the year, well, to the end of the school, and where everybody goes to their places. So the teacher was like, Deku and Bakugo want to go to UA, and they're like, oh, that's like a the lowest exception thing in all of Japan, I guess. So yeah, they're like, oh, even though you're the strongest people in the class, you might not be able to get in. So yeah, they don't listen to them. And Bakugo's like, oh, don't put me in with these losers, not including Deku. And that whole exploding death thing would not happen. And since Deku is stronger than Bakugo at this point, Bakugo wouldn't even bully Deku. They're like friends but not friends at the same time, because Deku doesn't like when Bakugo bullies people. So yeah, Deku would meet All Might after getting attacked by the slug. Actually no, Deku would take the shortcut home and sense the slime monster coming towards him. So Deku would put a rock barrier up, making sure there's no cracks between the rocks, because the villain is made out of sludge, and sludge can slip through stuff. So he made sure there was no cracks at all, so the sludge monster was just trapped there. And he would make another wall on the other side. So All Might would come out the sewers, and Deku would tell All Might where the sludge villain is, making like an All Might sized door, so he can come in and body the sludge villain. So that would happen, and All Might would ask, what's your quirk? Deku would be like, oh, my quirk is infinity, and I'm the one who got the recommendation from you. And All Might would be like, oh, you are? So you're Deku Midoriya, and they would just have a conversation. So Deku would ask All Might to sign his book, and yeah, All Might would jump, and Deku would grab on. For some reason, let's just say his fanboy mode took over. So so they would talk on the roof, and All Might would start to bleed. So he would try and make an excuse to leave, and tell him to knock on the door so someone can let him in. So Deku, seeing All Might in his small might form, would be like, oh, you're an imposter, and I'll have that conversation. But then All Might would tell him about the pool, that fat kid in the pool thing. So yeah, Deku knows All Might's secret, and yeah, Deku would go to, no, Deku would go to where the explosion happened and see Bakugo in there. Deku would run to Bakugo using his flames, his purple flames, and would disintegrate and let's say he has flame control, being able to like control the heat of the flames. So let's say he made the flames that were touching Bakugo like warm. So, and he made them not burn Bakugo. So Bakugo was completely fine. So yeah, 15-minute video. Haven't done a long video in a long time. So yeah, like 2 months. So yeah, Deku would be praised as well as Bakugo. And All Might would do the 10-month training arc with Deku after giving Deku his quirk, which would make Deku's natural quirk infinity and beyond. So yeah, infinity and beyond. Yo, I just planned that name out like a couple seconds, not like a whole minute ago. So yeah, infinity and beyond. Like his quirk would evolve into that. And since his quirk got evolved into infinity and beyond, all the stats all the stuff that come with the quirk get enhanced as well. So Deku's one for all doesn't hurt him at all. And he can use it to any percent. And since I like the color purple, it's my favorite color actually. Let's say his flames are light purple, now they're dark purple, so that indicates that they're extremely hot. Hotter than me. Just kidding, JK, I'm ugly. So, Deku's flames would be hotter than the originator of sunshine in the one form. So yeah, his flames are OP. I don't know what that pause was for. Oh, and my room is echoey, and I'm talking really quiet. So if you think it's loud, just to let you know, I'm talking pretty quiet. If I yelled, it would be eerie. I might actually yell just to show you, but I might actually not yell. I'll just yell randomly in the video. So yeah, Deku would finish the 10-month, the arc that was supposed to be 10 months in 3 weeks without using his quirk. So All Might would be extremely surprised. And the rest of the arcs would be the rest of the arc would just be physical training, not like Deku running around the city with All Might on his back. And with All Might carrying a truck or something, I don't know. Let's just say that. So Deku is extremely strong, way stronger than what he was supposed to end up to be. He's like Mirio level strength, like Like, he's the same buffness as Mirio. Lemon dude. So yeah. I might end the video here. That wasn't a full scream, but like, that was just a little scream. So yeah. And I said I was gonna yell loud, like, randomly. So yeah, that was the scream. So yep, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the video, but like, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and watch the video to the end, because like, yeah, it really helps me a lot if you do. Oh, and share the video with a friend, because yeah, I don't know, because it helps me a lot. And don't share the video with a friend if you're just gonna make them hate on it, because yeah, some haters came onto the stream and told me to end my YouTube career when I'm just doing this for fun because I'm bored because of COVID. I'm not gonna end when COVID's done and I'm allowed outside as much as I want. And I'm allowed to go out of my block, and I'm allowed to go to school because my school is lit. Ian Baz, Calgary. I used to be a Dover boy. Now I'm a Baz boy. So yeah. I don't know what I did that for, but like, yeah. And right now I'm just talking to you guys. I completely forgot I was doing a what if. So yeah, Deku would turn out way stronger than Almight expected him to be. Having like a 8-pack even under his sweaters, you can see how jacked, ripped he is. So yeah, he's so jacked his biceps are bulging. Just kidding. So Deku would go to UA for the first day and do the entrance exams. But at the start of the entrance exams, I'm just gonna end this video off. So like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share the video with a friend. So yeah. So yeah. I've been saying so I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share the video with a friend. And don't forget to join my Discord server. So yeah, Lord Weed is signing off.